Hello guys, and welcome to Road Forks. We stopped, listened, and let the streets speak. These are four voices you don't usually hear.
Give people food instead of giving them a pound or even a penny.
This town, for me, is fucked.
The homeless people are being targeted in Birmingham city centre by the NHS.
Spending money I hadn't got, drinking too much, smoking too much.
Oliver doesn't ask for sympathy, just honesty of what really helps and what doesn't. You hear it from someone who actually lived it since childhood.
You can start with your name and let's listen to your story.
Is it Anna?
Yeah.
My name's Oliver. I'm on the street before, since I was 10 years old. I've been on the street in Handsworth, City Centre, Newtown, Erdington. But one thing I will tell you all is, if you see a homeless man, don't ever give him change, because you're just going to smoke crack or heroin or mamba. Yeah?
Okay.
Buy him food or something, because they either eat healthy
Okay.
or they're just going to die of drugs.
Okay.
Seriously, like right now, I've stopped drugs for about 2 days now. I'm eating food. I smoke cigarettes still, but I know that's bad. I still eat food and that, but people will just bully you on the streets if you come on the street and try and beg. You just ask for food and it's more better, because people try and give you change. It's up to them if they want to give you change, but I'd rather tell people, give people food instead of giving them a pound or even a penny, because they still calculate pennies or 10p or pounds to get food. But if they don't, they'll try and calculate it all up to go and get drugs. So don't let them do that. That's what I'm saying. If you want to buy someone something, go and buy them food or hot food from the shop. Don't let them give them pennies or 10p or a pound or even a tenner, because they're just going to go and buy drugs and smoke it all.
Yeah.
It's simple. It's not nice on the streets.
I've seen that.
Bare people are bullies.
Yeah, okay.
They turn on you because they think, because you're sitting there and you're getting food and people give you change and that, they think, you're a bad person, but you're not really. So it's either change your life or stick where you're going to stick.
Yeah.
But stop doing bad things, because I believe in one person. Simple. I pray every day and I know it's hard.
Which is good, yeah.
I've been crying for 3 days and
Yeah.
one man told me yesterday, grow a pair of balls. So I'm trying to have a fun in life, trying to eat food instead of smoking.
Yeah.
I'd rather get healthier and more bigger so I can defend myself instead of getting bullied and everything took off me. So God bless you anyway. Yeah, if other people see you walk down the street and you're trying to ask one person for food, you ask them once, you don't ask them twice, because if you ask them 3 times or twice, they're just going to think you're aggressive begging, and that's not good. You can get arrested for that, and it's not nice. You don't want to end up in a cell or locked up, because it's not nice in there. It's worse than it is out here, but it's exactly how it is in there, how it is out here, trust me.
350 times in jail and still out.
How's your life living on the streets?
Basically, to a point when my birth name was actually Sharif Ali Hussein. No disrespect to the Muslims or whatever they believe. There's a spirit out there. To the chase and to the question, I've had certain accommodations over the years, rooms in shared houses which I've abused. People have abused due to my criminal record. Back to my background, I'm the black sheep of everyone's family. At the end of the day, there's something out there what's keeping me here now at the age of 51. My eternal plans are for the next few days and weeks is I've got my passport form in my pocket, I've got my driver licence form in my pocket, I've lost my clothes, which material shit. I can rebuild in a completely new area, like Redditch, Worcester, as far as that. I can come back, I can talk to 1, 2, 3 individual positive constructive friends who give me information. This town, for me, is fucked. No disrespect to people who are from different races and that, or the pregnant female wives. Why can they get housed? Is it because I haven't paid my taxes? Is it the shit I gave people? I met solitary friends in jail who are doing serious time.
When have you come out? When did you come out of prison?
I come out from Winston Green yesterday.
Humans in their natural habitat, with gun fingers up and the sound system roaring. We watch the humans take part in a ritual called the Sesh.
We can change the position here because the sun is Yeah.
My position would be is regarding people of different ethnicity, roots and race and discrimination and sexist wise.
Okay.
I pray the homeless authorities, maybe a private firm takes it over and sorts this town out. This town is a mess, it's finished. I diplomatically believe, without no disrespect, when the Americans and the Navy SEALs shot Osama bin Laden, that was not him as a body, that was a dummy who took his place. I reckon the Yanks have spotted him with the Syrians and gone, look, me personally, I reckon they got him in a chamber. I reckon because they started the war in Iraq, which is causing this shit everywhere. America is not the richest country. England is not the richest country. What about the small eastern countries like, watch out for North Korea, China will back Russia. It's going to kick off globally. People are going to get killed. There's going to be assassination attempts going on, shootings. I'm not saying this is what I diplomatically believe.
So you're now thinking starting all the things from zero, yeah?
I've got 350 convictions. I've been to jail 350 times. I'm trying to turn it round. If you guys know anything information, my birth name is Matthew Alistair Bailey, state of birth is 09/07/1970. If you know any accommodation where I might be able to reside at, please get in touch.
So what's the reason being here?
Yeah, my mum passed away and started drinking and he ended up in trouble.
Well, you haven't found something to work with.
Someone was in out of jail, got a big criminal record.
How are you surviving?
Begging at home, right?
And how about you?
My name's David.
Thumbs up and drop a comment. What's your opinion about this interview session?
I survive mostly. I try not to beg because I know it's illegal. But I go to Burger King and steal a drink every now and again from the machines from there to help me survive. I use the showers at the gym because I pay for a gym membership and I use the showers there because it's cheaper than having to pay for hot water at home if I had a home. I try and stay away from mobile phones because they're doing strange things with mobile phones.
All right.
Off the radar, yeah?
Try and stay off the radar, yeah, as best as you can. I actually believe that the homeless people are being targeted in Birmingham City Centre by the NHS to try and transfer illnesses to them before they die. Things like diabetes and meningitis and stuff like that.
Why do you say that?
Because I've noticed that when on Cars Lane, when you've got the super in there, every so often when a person of interest turns up to get some food and stuff from there's a thing called bioconductor, and some of us have got bioconductor chips inside us and it monitors what we eat and when we use the toilet and stuff like that. And I've noticed that there's usually a police presence that's not needed that turns up at Cars Lane, and it's all in aid of recording the codes that are being wirelessly transmitted from us.
One injury ended a working life. What followed was depression, displacement, and a system that doesn't move fast. But for the first time in years, Martin says the ball might finally be rolling.
I don't know, my name's Martin. I'm from Wolverhampton. I was a plasterer builder by trade for years. I had an accident at work. I'd never signed on before, I'd always just worked, self-employed, done whatever, but forced out of work. I was I pushed myself into depression, I was picking fights with my wife that weren't there and spending money I hadn't got, drinking too much, smoking too much, and her patience ran out about the same time as my savings, and that ended up on the street. One thing to another, you're moving to a hostel, and to be honest, they've no real incentive to move you on, because the shared houses and whatnot, they can get up to like £300 a week for each bedroom that they supply in a house and whatever. But it's like I was just saying to you, I've actually got the ball rolling with a charity called Housing First now, and they're the first people that have actually opened their ears and listened to the needs of what the person wants, so ball's rolling, watch the space.
Have you ever thought getting employed?
Yeah, absolutely.
And?
It's It's I mean, there's bits and pieces for like casual work and whatever, but there's no real work until I've got a roof over my head and a real address.
All right, which is good. Yeah,
Are
which
you
is
getting any
good.
support from the council to come off the streets?
Council, absolutely not.
Practically, if you don't have an identity, they will not offer you a job.
Not really, no.
You're stuck in a cycle there, aren't you?
Yeah. I've heard HSBC are actually they're offering the bank account to break that cycle. Yes, I haven't read too much into it, but
What are
it's
they
something
doing? Do you know? Can you give us more information?
They're offering bank accounts to homeless people to break the cycle of no bank account, no address, no job.
No ID.
Yeah.
Okay, how is that going down with the local street people?
Not too bad, you know. So it's a new project, but you know,
How new? How new?
less than 12 months, I think.
Okay.
I wish you all the best. So guys, if you like the video, subscribe.